दो बहुत ही अच्छे तब हमने सुने, एक तो डॉक्टर भटकर जी का और दूसरा का भी अभी सुना। कहने के लिए तो एजुकेशन में बहुत कुछ है, लेकिन मुझे श्रीलाल जी शुक्ल जिन्होंने रात दरबारी करके एक हिंदी में किताब लिखी है, उनको उसके ऊपर बड़ा पुरस्कार भी मिला है। उसमें उन्होंने एक वाक्य लिखा है कि एजुकेशन एक ऐसी कुटिया है जिसे हर कोई लात मार देता है। चाहे समझ में आए न आए, एजुकेशन के बारे में हम जानते हो या न जानते हो, लेकिन पढ़ाई तो हर कोई करता है। तो एवरीवन टॉक्स अबाउट एजुकेशन। और पूरी दुनिया में हर जगह जहां एजुकेशन सिस्टम चल रहा है, हर जगह यही समस्या है। वो चाहते हैं कि हमें अपने एजुकेशन सिस्टम को इम्प्रूव करना है, और सब कम्युनिटी बनती है उसको इम्प्रूव करने की कोशिश करती है। मैं जो विषय यहाँ पर आज दिया है, कट हो रहा है, वो है एंशिएंट विजडम एंड लीडरशिप फॉर आवर करेंट एजुकेशन सिस्टम। अब ये एंशिएंट विजडम की जब हम बात करते हैं तो हम सीधे धर्म और वेद, सीधे उसकी हम बात करने लगते हैं। करीब 100 वर्ष पूर्व यहीं पूना में भंडारकर इंस्टीट्यूट में एक श्री एम हिरायना, जो बहुत ही बड़े संस्कृत के स्कॉलर हुए हैं, उनका एक लेक्चर हुआ था, इंडियन कंसेप्शन ऑफ वैल्यूज। किताब बहुत ही दुर्लभ है। उसमें उन्होंने 4 बातें बताई हैं कि यदि हमें भारतीय पद्धति के आधार के ऊपर एजुकेशन देनी है तो हमें 4 बातों के ऊपर ध्यान देना होगा। बात यहां पर जो वैल्यूज जो बताई गई है उसके बारे में बात कर रहा हूं। He says that there are 4 types of values in Indian philosophy. One is logical value. Logical value is all what we learn, what we call knowledge, from our senses, from our books, from hypothesis, from inference, from reference, from pictures, from theorems. All that what we learn is logical value. And all the education systems in the world, 99.9% are focusing on logical value. We want to make good engineers, good doctors, good lawyers, every field, good economists. So one is logical value. This is one part of education system. So what we are focusing on is only 25% in our education system. Second, he said, is aesthetic value. Now this aesthetic value is very, very different from logical value. Somebody likes red color, somebody likes orange, somebody likes green, somebody loves rivers, somebody loves mountains, somebody loves greenery, somebody is in desert. Everyone has his own aesthetic value. Somebody likes round, somebody likes triangles. You find every architect who is designing something, he introduces his own aesthetic value. So there are knowledge systems like architecture, design, music, art. All this form of knowledge comes under aesthetic value. Most of these aesthetic values are rarely taught in our education system, but a large number of people, even sports, comes under the aesthetic value. It is no more based on just knowledge which is taught in the classroom. So there has to be a proper education system to teach aesthetic values. The third value he talked about is absolute value. Now what is this absolute value? This is not logical value. This is not aesthetic value. There is a paper on general systems theory written by Golding. It is one of the greatest paper on which, because of which all these computing technologies and everything has come up in this world. He talked about 9 levels of knowledge. Level 1 is the knowledge of the table, like inert things. Level 1 is knowledge of inert things. Level 2 is inert thing with energy. Like earlier we used to have a clock. How much you wind it, it will run till such time, and then it will become like inert value. So the second level, he says, is the clock. The third level is refrigerator. There is a feedback mechanism. So there is energy in that, compression is there. And then he says that most of the knowledge of this world is only confined into these three levels of knowledge. The fourth level is the living cell, and then amoeba, and then animal, then human being, then the colonies of human being, and the last level he talked about is level of unknown. That level of unknown is God. We call him God, or we call her God. So the third value in our ancient wisdom is absolute value. We all worship that absolute value because we don't know about that. There is no way of knowing it. That's why it is absolute value. And we all aspire to follow those absolute values. And in real terms, these absolute values are truth, Satya, Brahma. These are absolute values. And all the religions in the world, they focus on the knowledge of absolute value. So all these things which are taught in Vedic Pathshalas, in Bhagavad Gita, in Vedic, we are all trying to understand absolute value. So far he talked about three knowledge systems which we have to teach in our education universities: logical value, aesthetic value, and absolute value. The fourth thing he says which is most important for sustaining this world is ethical value. This ethical value is different than logical value, is different than aesthetic value. You cannot say that red color is more moral than green color. It is very different than absolute value. You cannot say that this God is more ethical than the other God, or truth, this truth is better than other truth. So this fourth value is ethical value, and we have no education system which focuses on ethical value. And most of the time when we talk about value education, we start talking about only ethical values, which is absent in most of the education systems. And these four values, until unless they are given in the balanced form to our boys and girls in their schools, they will be like if we see somebody who is very powerful in his arms, very big chest but thin legs. So this is the kind of students we are producing in our education institutions, because this basic conception of values which is there in our ancient wisdom, we are forgetting. And why I say this ethical value is more important is because the ethical values have to be taught differently to boys and girls. In our Shastras, they are saying that as far as a girl is concerned, a woman is concerned, त्याग, सेवा और समर्पण ये सिखाने की आवश्यकता नहीं। पूरी दुनिया में कहीं पर भी महिलाएं हों, उनको त्याग करना कोई सिखाता नहीं। माँ अपनी रोटी छोड़ करके बच्चे को दे देती है, बहन अपना मिठाई का टुकड़ा भाई को दे देती है। किसी को सिखाने की आवश्यकता नहीं होती, महिलाओं को त्याग अपने आप आता है। सेवा, सेवा घर में सबके लिए भोजन बनाना, इवन ऑफिस में भी कई बार महिलाएं वो घर का रोल अपना लेती हैं, उनको नेचुरली आता है। और तीसरा है समर्पण, किसी को नहीं सिखाना होता। नहीं तो यदि किसी पुरुष को महिला के घर जाके रहना होता तो दुनिया बड़ी कठिन हो जाती, लेकिन क्योंकि महिलाओं को ये समर्पण नेचुरली आता है, इसके लिए उनको सिखाने की आवश्यकता नहीं होती। So when we are talking about ethical values, when we are giving it to women, girls, we have to teach them these ethical values, that you have these three inherent things in you: त्याग, सेवा and samarpan. See that nobody misuses this. Otherwise become Durga. If somebody is trying to misuse your त्याग, सेवा and samarpan, then you have to be Durga. Otherwise you remain Annapurna. This is what we have to teach to girls students. We are not teaching that. Now what ethical values we have to teach to boys? Sanyam, Niyam or Dharma. Because by nature, a boy is Uchrankal. He doesn't want to be bounded by any rules and regulations. Most of these incidents of rape and what we read in the newspapers is because we are not teaching the Sanyam that has to be taught in our education institutions, that a boy has to learn to control his desires. Greed, काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, दंभ, ये सब महिलाओं को सिखाने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। त्याग, सेवा, समर्पण उनमें है, ये पुरुषों को सिखाने की आवश्यकता है। इसके लिए अपने यहाँ एजुकेशन सिस्टम में बहुत बड़ी आवश्यकता है। कि पुरुषों को संयम सिखाया जाए, नियम सिखाया जाए. नियम मतलब रूल ऑफ लॉ. Every man loves to break the law, and that's why we need constitution and all these criminal and civil laws, so that those natural tendencies to break the law is under control and there is a fear of punishment. This is what education has to be given to boys. And third is dharma. धर्म का ये मतलब है कि जो स्वयं का जो स्वभाव है उसको पहचान करके उसके आधार के ऊपर काम करो. Then only you can realize your potential. और ये जो सारी बातें हैं यह हमारे यहाँ भगवत गीता में 1 से 18वें अध्याय में एक अर्जुन जो कि पूरी तरह से कंफ्यूज था पहले अध्याय में, और 18वें अध्याय में वो कहता है कि नाउ आई एम विलिंग टू फाइट द वॉर. व्हाट हैपेंड इन दोस 18 चैप्टर्स? दैट इज वेयर आई हैव रिटन माय बुक डिस्कवर द अर्जुना इन यू, which will be I think available at the stall. I will not talk much about that book right now. But what I am saying is that we are all governed. This the nature of Tyag, Seva, Samarpan and this Sanyam, Niyam and Dharma is possible if we understand the Rajasic, Sattvic and Tamasic energy composition in us. I have been doing research on this field for last 25-30 years. And I have a website called trigoniyoga.com. All of you who have a mobile with you and internet is available, you can log on to the website and register yourself, and there are 30 questions which you can appear there, and in your mailbox your Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic Guna composition will be mailed to you. And then on the same website you will also know that how much percentage of Sattvic, how much percentage of Rajasic or Tamasic you have, and because of that what kind of leadership qualities you have, what kind of career you should have, what kind of Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Dambh, this kind of spiritual enemies are operating in you, what kind of conflicts you are most likely to enter. This is what Krishna has told Arjuna in those 18 chapters. In the right second chapter itself, Krishna is telling Arjuna, everyone in this world thinks that they are the doer, whereas it is the gunas which are making them do things. And right in the second chapter when Arjuna decides not to fight the war. And then all the 18 chapters are Krishna is trying to say that if you understand that it is not you who is working, it is your energy, Sattva, Tamas is working, then you will never say that I have done this. And then if you have not done this, then you will not be expecting results. This is a very simple karma yoga. That if you are not the doer, then you cannot expect the result. Because along with you, it is the complete environment which will make you successful or failure. So don't why you want to blame yourself for your success or failure. This simple teaching which is there in Bhagavad Gita and which is based on our ancient wisdom has to be taught to people. Fortunately, there is tomorrow a session on this Rajasic, Sattvic, Tamasic, Guna based leadership. And all those of you who will appear in this test and you will have your Rajasic, Sattvic, Tamasic score with you, in the next session tomorrow, I will be telling you about how all this ancient wisdom and the knowledge of Sattvic, Rajasic, Tamasic will help you in discovering yourself. And if you know how to understand yourself, you can understand the world. Because in the 13th chapter, when he is talking about Krishna, Kshetra and Kshetrajna, he says that Manushya is the best creation of God. And if you want to understand any creator, you have to understand his creation. So if you understand a man, if you understand a woman, if you understand a human being, you understand God. So the Golding's level 9, the level of unknown, you will understand by understanding a human being. And that is where from 13 to 18 chapter he is talking about how to understand a human being. So these 18 chapters are actually talking about the complete aspect of education. If you want to look at it from that perspective, that logical values, aesthetic value, absolute value and ethical values, until unless we give these values, the education is not complete and will remain incomplete. I think with this, I will not take more time. And during the break time, we can always interact. And of course, you can go on the website and appear in the test. And tomorrow we can discuss about the outcome of the test.